Yay! Congrats. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to adult. What's in it? It's like, but my cat is my beneficiary. It's probably also different in different countries, too. So, just making some self-promo posts where I can. I mean, ours isn't too much better, to be honest. Right, Josh? It's I think certain aspects of our education system is better than your guys's, but not by much. Yeah. And most of our, like, colleges, people, like, don't recognize for some stupid reason. Mm. It's ridiculous. I think a lot of our, at least in Alberta and BC, I think a lot of the universities there's a big focus on technology, and then there's a lot of focus on, like, mechanical and other types of engineering. But I don't think we have any aerospace, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I don't know about out east. I don't know. Sure. Mm. Mm. Don't know. Hmm. Hmm. It's just that's the same thing as like, oh, ADHD and autism are overdiagnosed. It's like, no, we just know more about it and then can diagnose. Yeah. Now we're trying to get away from the Asperger's diagnosis because Hans Asperger is, yeah. Well, no, it wasn't. When did DSM-5 come out? Is it 15 now? I think it has been a while. I was under DSM-4, but I was 15 when I was diagnosed, so. I mean, I know it. I was gonna say, I thought we were still on 5. Hmm. Um, um, that's almost like still looking at thinking autism is a linear spectrum when it's not. It's not linear. It's a spectrum, as in everyone is different and presents differently. Basically. You just rolled a 0 in strength, Josh. Uh-huh. It's just because it's funny. -2. I mean, if you roll a net. Yeah, it's like. Yeah. Anyway, he's got you all beat on wisdom, though. Anyway, everyone ready, settled in, ready to go? I think it's funny that your charisma is higher than your intelligence, and your intelligence is your spellcasting modifier. It's hilarious. I love it. I know. I think it's hilarious. It's great. I mean, we'll get back to that one eventually. We'll get to that. We'll get back to that one eventually once Biscuit's ready. I'm sure we will. I hope not. I really want to play Delius again. I'm having fun with that. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what the... You mean like the idea of playing a familiar or something? or a companion. Okay. So it's almost like Honey Heist, but not all bears. I'm still trying to wrap my head around your one-shot idea thing for our Sunday game. So if you Kron, if you like that sidekick idea, I highly suggest you look up Familiar's Quest on YouTube. I can't remember what episode they're up to. It's basically all of them play familiars, so they're like, one of them's like an inchworm that's like an inch long, and a squidling, and I think it's a death dog and a rat. But they all have like their own classes. But they're all familiar, so they're all really, really tiny. But they're going on an adventure and they're in Barovia. You will like it. But yeah, anyway. Anyway, yeah, go watch Familiar Quest if you like that idea. I think you'll like it. Anyway, switching over now. Make sure all my stuff's turned on. Awesome. Open that. Ooh, nope. Open that. Open that. Alright, so last time, you guys started you guys went and picked up your guide for the trip to the chain, they call it, in the Crist Plains, which turned out to be Elias. So you started your journey out on the road. It was fairly uneventful for first a little bit until you got to the Crist Plains, where it was completely like scarred and shadowy and just different than you would have expected given the name of the place. You started your journey roughly southward towards the spot on the map that Candace had indicated. You ran into a dog-like creature called a Vide. I don't know if Rini actually shared that information, but yeah. Who led you to two of you. Two of you. There's only 4 of you. Brain. Who led 2 of you unwillingly, the other 2 following behind, to a few hours away, and you all experienced some moment in history before coming back to, and let me lose my train of thought. And you, I believe after that you just continued your journey, and you fought a very strange-looking creature, lanky creature that almost took a couple of you down. Before you started continuing your journey. So with that, we're still a few days out. Don't know how many at this point, because time is a flat circle even in this. Is there anything in particular anyone wants to discuss or do as you're traveling?
Vareth is just, he's extra weird lately with staring at people and watching the beautiful lines entangling everyone.
Alright.
Have you told us about the lines?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Went on
yeah.
a mini rant.
Yeah. So,
Elias kind of explained it, and then
Yeah.
Quentin will slide up next to our friend. Hey, buddy, I need you to do me a favor.
Ah, yes, my greatest friend.
I am so worried about the god Renee being upset with me. Can you watch and make sure that I don't get like a really funky looking line or something that comes to me, and let me know right away? That way I know if the god Renee is after me.
A funky line? What sort of line would this be?
It would
Like
look. I don't know.
squiggly?
I don't understand what the lines look like to you. I'm just assuming like a godly line will look a little different than the rest.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, if I do see that, I will warn you. Unless there's a line that intersects my line with that line, then that would tell me I shouldn't.
I will trust your judgment on the lines.
Very well.
If I could see lines, I would tell you if the god Renee was looking in on you, but I know he is looking over you as a dear friend.
Well, he must. He bestowed this power onto me and onto all of us. We all have favors from the god Renee.
And I'm just looking around to make sure that the others didn't hear this whole thing.
Vareth is definitely not keeping his voice down.
I'm gonna say everyone else can roll a perception check, and you can roll. We'll call it stealth charisma. No,
Okay.
we'll just call it stealth check.
You know, I'll tell you what, subtract 3 from the stealth check.
No, just roll a stealth check. No, I'd say you guys are probably definitely hearing Vareth's side of the conversation because he's not quiet, but no idea what he's talking about because you don't hear Renee.
we're probably talking about something else.
Probably. What are you
Gail's
talking
pulled
about?
her
Sorry.
uh,
Go ahead.
Gail has pulled her holy symbol out and is just flipping it in her hand, like juggling it, but she has terrible dex, so it just keeps falling on the ground and having to go and retrieve it.
Sure.
And Vareth shouting about the lines connecting everyone is not particularly odd at all, actually.
No. At this point,
Usual.
probably not.
Yeah.
Seeing Gail drop that, I'll look over to go, hey, you might want to keep an eye on her too, because if she keeps dropping her god's symbol like that, he might get angry.
Oh, I did. Wait, but I'm not responsible for everyone's gods. Maybe they were meant to be getting mad at. Maybe you're supposed to be in trouble with the god. I'll let you know.
I'm always in trouble. I mean, it's me. Come on, let's get real.
Well, I don't see anything funny with your lines, except how it wiggles around me.
I'm a little afraid of that.
End scene.
Alright.
Yep, I'm happy now.
Fair.
I am mischief accomplished.
I'll say, one of the nights as you're traveling, I'm assuming you guys are probably setting up watches. Gail, as you're sleeping one night, like, before you take a watch or after you've taken a watch, one of the two, as you're dreaming, the memories that were kind of imparted to you by the strange dog-like creature, they're kind of racing through your mind. Like, these are memories that you never thought you'd ever have again. Like, and it's all so strange. Like memories of the battle, memories of that bright light, that power, of your very like essence, I guess. and sense of self sinking back into your body. But this time, instead of just darkness surrounding you as these memories are playing out in your mind, sorry. In a rush of more recent memories, you first hear as you're kind of getting into like REM sleep. Sorry, I wrote this myself and I don't know what I wrote. You just hear a voice, kind of indistinguishable at first. You can't really tell whose voice it is. A voice that's just saying, protect, protect, I must protect. And then, as it keeps repeating that over and over again, you start to recognize the voice as your own. And the words repeat over and over again in your mind, in the darkness, before there's a sudden kind of like a spark of magic. Like, whatever color you think it might be, kind of purplish, grayish, like maybe fire. It kind of flares before your eyes like fire. And as the spark flares, you feel a warm sensation sink into your chest. And you can feel yourself gasping for breath, for air. You can remember, you feel yourself clawing at the earth and pulling yourself out of it. And the first thing you see is her. And the first thought in your mind is protect. You're remembering your first meeting with Lyra. When you first met her, when you crawled out of the earth. But it is now, after your other memories from the past have been returned to you, it is now that you're kind of starting to realize that this oath you took to yourself, you don't know why, but you feel devoted to the safety of her. Like, you feel like it's not some god that's driving this, that's giving you your power. It's not, you want to do this, so you do it, and the power comes. And I'll say you probably end up waking up in the morning, however you think you might feel after something like that. Bright and early, maybe. Hold on. I'm just thinking here.
And the power of friendship gives you powers.
It's paladins for you.
Can someone... What do I want you guys to roll? Actually, no. Someone roll me a d20. 1 second. I'm just thinking. Okay, someone roll me a d20. Alright. So you're traveling for the next little while. You think, judging by the map and from what Elias says, that you think you're starting to get close. It feels like it. Like, there's not too much for landmarks, but what there is, it's like, okay, yeah, the tree, and maybe I think we've traveled about this distance. In the distance, you see, and then you think you maybe see it. You're not sure. You see an odd hill, perfectly dome-shaped, sitting in the middle of nowhere. But unlike most of the trees around here, like, there's some that have leaves, but they're like more darker hued in color, and most of them are kind of like, oh, they look like they might be dead. Like, there's no leaves on them at the very least, but they're still living. I don't know, it's complicated. But this single tree is in full bloom, unlike many of the ones in its direct proximity. It's growing right on top of this hill, with several kind of small scraggly scrubs growing around the base. Can you guys roll perception checks?
Nice.
Okay. Veroth and Lyra, you see, as you guys are looking at this really strange looking hill, trying to decide if this is your destination or not, you see a stone door in the side of the hillside that's just slightly ajar. Within a kind of flag, we'll say it's like, at this point, 80 feet away. What looks like possibly a flagstone door frame. Looks like it's hidden behind one of the many shrubs. It's only open a crack, but it's just slightly a crack, and from this distance you can't see inside at all. It's just dark. What do you do?
Are we still in a wagon, or are we walking?
I believe you guys are walking. Yeah, I don't think you took a wagon. I think you guys are walking. If I remember
I'm too busy picking on Gale, evidently.
Oh, sorry, you're about 50 feet away, I should say, not 80. But yeah, what do you
Me
guys...
and Gaylor played Ring Around the Wizard.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to hide behind the wizard since I pissed Gale off.
Elias just like looking side to side, like, okay. Kind of smiling occasionally.
Vareth, he looks at the rest of the group to see if anyone else has noticed it, and does notice just Lyra, like, glancing that direction, and waits for a second to see what she does.
Oh, Lyra's just out loud gonna go, is that a door there? Are we there?
And Elias kind of shakes his head after, like, looking at these two circling around him, while he's trying to wheel forward.
Lyra, need you.
And says, pulls up the map again and kind of stops for a second to get a look at it and says, it's possible, we might be, I'm not sure. Can't tell. We're at that point where we're close, but I'm not sure how close.
Well, how would you be able to tell?
Might have to investigate, I'm not sure.
Curiosity, can the rest of us see it now?
Yeah, I'd say by them talking about it and pointing at it, you can see that there's a door ajar. Just slightly. You're about 50 feet out, I should say, too.
Just so everybody knows, I think everybody is aware of kind of what I did with my past life. Open doors are not always a good thing.
They should be closed?
Open doors in the middle of places like this are never a good thing.
But that would be more difficult to break in.
Someone either got here first or is outside.
Lyra's already walking towards it.
Alright.
Seeing Lyra walk towards it,
yeah.
Vareth runs past her to it.
Well, that's not fair.
He's racing ya.
You guys both have moved speed of 30, right?
He uses his action to dash.
Alright, well, let's say you guys are running, you're kind of like pulling ahead.
Okay, action dash, bonus dash.
Alright, so you guys kind of race each other there, with Elias kind of like...
the whole way.
Fair. And eventually, we'll say Marini probably gets... Well, if you're doing circles around Vareth too, say you guys get there about the same time.
Yeah, that was the goal.
Once you're there, you're about 10 feet away. That's when you notice there are several bones littering the ground around the doorway. The weathered, tattered remains of clothing and scraps of leather armor lie on the ground with the bones. The rusted, useless, and destroyed remains of two swords and a few daggers lay among the bones.
Wow, free bones!
Stop, hide behind Veroth.
Fair.
He collects bones.
Alright.
How old like this seems to be? Like, are the clothes like completely decayed?
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Nope.
You're not sure. There's quite a few bones. They look like they're probably pretty old. Like the armor is pretty. There's not much left of it. It's just scraps, and the swords are pretty rusted. Looks like it's pretty old.
These are very old bones.
You don't
And
need to insult them.
The earth-
Old is an insult.
the earth around the door is kind of actually a little overgrown, though, even amongst these bones that you're seeing, with kind of strangely colored dark tall grass. Similar to what you've seen in clumps in the area, it's just more kind of overgrown around the door.
Can I drop a divine sense?
Okay, not behind total cover, correct? Don't sense anything.
Alright. Well, it seems fine. I'm not sensing any undead presence.
Hide yourself.
Gail's not gonna respond to that.
Lyra's looking very pleased with herself.
So you're saying these bones that I'm carrying won't come back to life to hug me?
Not currently?
Well, that explains the lack of fate lines circling them.
You know, I'm sure Quentin would give you a hug if you asked.
Quentin has already given him a hug. Quentin has become part of his back.
Vareth turns around looking for Quentin, and then turns around again looking for Quentin. Quentin?
I mean, you can roll a perception check if you want.
Literally.
Can't see him.
Fair. What would you guys like to
It
do?
did nat 20 that roll.
I mean, if you rolled over 31, you could still see it, but anyway.
Yeah, no. 31 is gonna be a hard
Technically.
one.
Certain things will give it a natural 20. It's just, yeah, but anyway,
It's just a 31 for a check, sorry.
it's fine. It's fine. It's still a natural 20. Yeah, it's still pretty hard. What do you guys want to do?
Start poking around and asking as she's poking around. It's like, is there any way for us to theoretically tell anything that we should be on the lookout to know? Oh yes, this is the seal, and this is the chain.
You have a question on the divine sense part of it?
Mm-hmm.
I know she can't like sense any critters, but can she like does this area give off the like a consecrated or desecrated type sense?
I would say no.
Okay. I was thinking this. I'm looking at this thinking it's a tomb of some kind, and the undead have come out. That's why I was wondering if it was like if it was a holy area or an unholy area.
I just gotta look.
Sorry,
I just gotta look
guys,
up
the
something.
random doorway is entirely safe.
Oh yeah. No.
There are no threats here.
No celestial fiend or undead or any sign of the hallow spell.
There are no threats here.
Well,
And
I'm
Elias,
just gonna stay hidden where I'm at. You go tell me how good and safe it is, okay?
actually, hold on. For
In
visual
other
sake,
words, sorry.
just you can just put your tokens on the map, just where you are on the map.
well,
Actually, hold on. For visual sake, just you can just put your tokens on the map just where you are on the map. Just you can just put your tokens on the map just where you are on the map. Just, you can just put your tokens on the map just where you are on the map.
Vareth
just for visual reference.
Have
Did I not? Oh, sorry, my bad. Forgot I haven't revealed that yet.
I'm in this part of the dark void.
I'm in that part of the dark void.
There we go.
Okay, we're coming from the south.
You would be coming from the north. But yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Compass.
Compass. I just assumed the south.
But yeah,
Bottom of the map.
the bottom of the map, yes.
Can I just put myself on top of your friend?
You could put yourself behind your friend.
I glued to his back.
Oh, it tickles the lines.
Give me a second.
I have more lines than usual. This is so strange.
Sharing is caring, my big friend.
Quinton, where are you?
Sharing the lines with you. Sharing the lines.
Did I not?
So dearly.
Wait, I used a token for him. Where did I put it? I uploaded it. I know I did because I used it in the last battle. Did I put it in the wrong one? Where did I? Oh, you know what? We're just gonna do this. Let's say he's about here, looking at his map. So is anyone? What's everyone doing?
Lyra's probably walking up.
Verith will.
You can move your tokens if you want to.
Verith doesn't have a goal except to be one step ahead of Lyra, so he's like always kind of like stumbling ahead of her.
Oh yeah.
Not a race, but you
I
can
will
let Lyra
say
go first.
1 second,
Trust
1 second,
me.
1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. There is a bush here. Here. I'm not actually gonna draw them, but there's bushes here. There. Oh, and the tree is right here. For reference. Yeah, and you just see these bones all over the place. Really look like they're probably old, you're not sure. Door is very slightly ajar, like it looks like you get like maybe your fingers in around the door, but that's about it. Like enough to get a grip on it, but
It's the time of day.
I'd say about this time is probably I'm gonna go easy and say like 1 o'clock. Why not? 1:30. There we go. Cause time. I don't know.
Time is an illusion.
Time is a flat circle.
Lyra's gonna start peeking through the bush that she ended up in front of.
Alright. Yeah, it looks like a bush.
It's a good bush.
What
Good
kind
bush.
of bush is it?
It's kind of greeny, purpley colored.
Does it have flowers or berries?
No, just a vegetation.
Verith collects one of the leaves.
Alright. You can rate that you have Crist Plains bush leaf.
Excellent.
Is there any way for us to be able to tell Elias if they're...
He kind of wheels up a little closer and says, well, I'm not sure. Candace said it was a little more grandiose than this, and I'm not sure what this could be. It's curious, that's for sure. I can't say I'm not curious what's in there, but
Should I go inside?
that
Wait,
is up to
let me
you.
try something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I drop down from where I'm hiding on his back to where I can see between Veroth's legs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to bring out my mage hand. And this bone right here, I'm going to pick it up and kind of toss it at the door and see if anything happens.
You see this bone kind of float in the air, because your mage is invincible, and it flings itself at the door, bounces off, and lands back on the ground. Nothing happens.
Oh, that was anticlimactic.
Extremely.
Maybe it requires 2 bones.
Okay. And I'll grab another bone and do the same thing. Nope, didn't work.
Bounces out the door and falls back on the ground.
So
Might
very
crack a little, or break in half.
Perhaps this is a mystical 3-bone door. I've heard of fairy tales.
Why don't you give
Gail,
it a
come
try
over
there?
here.
Okay, he starts throwing bones at the door.
Okay,
He's
you
doing
throwing
that
bones at the door.
He has a lot of bones, so he's just spending his time throwing bones. Although he does walk a little closer to get better aim.
Okay, move yourself where you're moving.
I will slide over to Gail with that. Hey, Gail, let me see your shield for a second.
Why?
Just point it towards me for a second.
She'll angle it towards him.
I reach out, slap it, and cast light.
Slap.
Okay, that's how much of a radius again?
Let me double check myself before I wreck myself. 20 foot. 20 foot bright,
Okay.
20 foot dim.
So your Gale lights up like a beacon.
I wanted to make sure you could see see.
It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a little overcast, but it's still pretty bright out. But you are now a beacon.
And I am looking at a door that goes underground. And I know my friend. He's going to open that door in just about 2 seconds. Try.
The
He's
frustration
going to do a
is
strength
burned
roll
into
and
his
fail,
brows.
but he will.
Your
He's on
friend,
the
have you-
last few bones that he has in his hand.
Your friend, have you considered that maybe it's not bones that open the door?
Oh, you mean meat? My meat? He'll proceed to go to the door and start to try to open it with his fingers.
Okay, roll a strength check.
Yes.
You tug and it doesn't budge.
Wasn't a negative, though.
It wasn't. He doesn't hurt himself or break his fingers off.
Lyra will go, I think you're doing really well, your friend, and give him a point of inspiration.
So you have a D8 of inspiration.
I feel so touched and inspired! He'll try taking one of the bones, the thickest femur he can find, to try to wedge in there to pry it open.
Okay,
Well, if we move over a little bit, we can light it up for him a bit. Maybe that'll help him.
Do we want
We
to
find-
encourage this?
you find a nice
This
large
think
femur
it's a
bone.
Great idea. I don't think we do, but Lyra wants to, so we're kind of stuck with it.
Okay.
Opening one way or another. We've never left anything like this, like, untouched, so... Might as well go for it.
Yeah, why would we learn from our mistakes now?
But what if it's
Said
not?
every D&D
What if
party
it's
ever.
actually what we're supposed to be?
I'm all in. Let's do this. As I hide behind Gale.
Okay, so if you're opening the door, you're probably about there. Alright. Are you gonna try again, your friend?
Yeah, with that femur.
I'm
Us
just...
offering light and guidance, because that maybe give it advantage.
And you have a bardic inspiration die.
You have a bardic inspiration die, and I believe you probably still have a regular inspiration. I don't think anyone's ever used their inspiration.
Oh, Oh shit. Okay.
Not to mention
think
that
I used
if
mine.
you use the Bardic Inspiration die for an ability check, you can actually roll it again and choose which number you want to use.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Your voices. You're a little low there, Em. I'm gonna say straight roll because this bone is pretty brittle. Like you go to put it in there, it just breaks. It's obviously pretty old, but you can roll a strength check and you have a Bardic Inspiration and regular Inspiration.
Did you say I have advantage anyways? From
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Light's not gonna help you, and the bone is way too brittle. It just breaks when you try and use it. You have to use your fingers.
And we're not getting any closer to help you out. By
And I will use that inspiration. So you said.
Oh, you don't. You could save it. You may as well save it. Cause you kind of get your fingers in there, feeling kind of inspired, and you kind of reef on it, and you manage to kind of open it a little bit. It's pretty rough, but that's when you suddenly hear a loud groaning of branches, and the bushes start to rustle. And I need everyone to roll initiative. 1 second, let me get everything set up. Run that. Turn order. Okay, everyone could start rolling.
Click on your tile.
Please tell me it's putting in. Yes! Baroth, why did yours not go in my freaking...
It did on my side.
It did.
No, but like in D&D Beyond.
Oh, weird.
Not in D&D Beyond, it's not. Oh, it's because I didn't hit... No, because Rainy's dead. Everyone else isn't. It's annoying the fuck out of me. Whatever. I'm gonna say Elias hears it, but he's too far away to do anything at the moment because I don't want to handle another character. I'm not gonna lie.
Fair. He's gonna be cheering on from the sidelines. I've got
He's hurrying his way back. And I'm going to say this is a surprise round for them, though. Because they are rushing up to deck right away. Because, yeah. Hold on. I'm going to put this one over here. This is just my turn tracker. We go descending, and we go start, but we're going to, because you see it pass, because surprise round, and the tree is going to go, I gotta click on the tree first, and it can move. It's gonna come just
Hey, boss.
hold on, sorry. Actually, yeah, it's gonna come right up, just down the side of the hill. And it is going to make a slam attack against you, Baroth.
Oh, he can try.
I hate my dice. That's a natural 1. My dice hate me.
He just woke up.
Anyway, still surprise round, so past Gale. And this is the shrub's turn. The first one is, what is their movement speed? They are going to, actually no, I probably can't see Rainy yet. I'm gonna move them first. This one's gonna move in. go to number 1, right? Yes. Number 1 is going to attack Gale, because I don't think you can see... Oh, can't see Rena yet, because you roll a stealth check. Fuck's sakes. 4, no, that's not gonna do it. Number 2 is gonna try
Tell me to
to...
roll another stealth.
No, I said because you rolled a really good stealth, so I'm gonna let it ride for now.
Again.
This is against Gale. 18 to hit? What's your AC? Just barely hits you. So, funny thing. You can take 2 points of slashing damage as this bush just kind of rakes across, like, your shin and happens to get caught in the armor a little bit. The shrub. The third one is going to attack Veroth, and because it's flanking, it gets advantage, which apparently my dice need. That's cocked. And this 7. An 8's not gonna hit. The one on the other side. 17 to hit. That hits you.
He has 18 AC.
What? Why do I have 16 written?
He's got a shield, so 16 without a shield.
Oh, okay. Never mind, then I guess it doesn't hit. This other one's going after Lyra.
Wait. You'll have a much easier time with me.
Okay, this one went. This one went. This one went. This one went. Okay. I think it's. Oh, I just realized these ones had advantage. Oh well. Next time. This one's gonna attack Lyra though. 18 to hit.
That hit.
1 minus 1, but we'll say you take 1 point of slashing damage. And the other one, beside Lyra, 18 to hit.
Gale will use interception on this one.
Oh. 1 point of damage. I
She
mean,
intercepts all the damage.
sure. Hold on. Your friend, you're up. Oh, that reminds me.
Okay. Do I have flanking on the shrubbery behind me with a Gale there?
Technically.
Okay, he's gonna do his rapier slash at that guy there.
Yeah, that hits. So that's 19 points of damage, right? That's number 2, so we'll say that's B.
Yes, 19 there.
Oh,
then
you shred that one.
Oh, okay.
They're shred. They're bushes. That's your first attack.
He'll attack the one to his, or to the right of the board.
That one? Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So just 13.
Yeah, you shred it.
Oh, nice.
They're bushes. They don't have... yeah.
Fair.
A lot of hit points. I think that's your turn, right?
Yeah, he'll end his turn there.
Okay, Renee, you're up. Renee? Kron?
Sorry, I was looking for
Oh, sorry.
my template.
Oh, I didn't realize you just put that on there. I thought that was on there from before.
We are going to fairy fire.
Sure. It's a dex save, right?
Yep.
Oh.
Just that one bush and the tree.
15, the tree succeeds. with a -2, and the bush does not. So the bush is fairy fired.
Okay, well, that's one. We have advantage on the bush.
That's your action. Anything with your bonus
That didn't
action?
sound right. I am so sorry.
Anything with your bonus action?
Bonus action, disengage, and I will fall back
Alright.
to here.
Lyra, you're up.
Alrighty.
And you're really quiet.
Oh, is this any better?
No. Hey, you. Hold on. Turn
I
it
can
to.
hear her okay.
No,
I think I can hear her okay.
I get it
too.
like 200% now, so whatever. Keep going.
Okay, Lyra is going to... What are her attacks again? Actions.
Don't do this melee thing.
I don't.
Always the question.
You're noticing these bushes crumple under pretty easy slashes.
She's actually gonna look at one of these bushes and go, "Well, you just seem like a waste of a plant, honestly." Cast vicious mockery.
Sure.
Not sure that would even bother me any.
It's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it fails with a 5.
Why don't you be like a tree and fall and just fall and just
Which bush? It matters for my numbers. Which bush?
Awaken 6. This one.
Okay.
just gonna start screaming out things for Lyra for next time.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not good on this on the spot thing.
Anything with your bonus action?
Nope. But your friend, remember, you have a bardic.
Thank you, yes.
The tree is trying to try and slam into you again, your friend.
Okie dokie.
Actually, technically, it can move a little bit. It's gonna go across and get advantage.
Okie dokie.
17 apparently doesn't hit you.
Yeah, he just dodge rolls out of the way.
Gale, you're up.
Alright. She's gonna make an attack on the shrub to her left and an attack on her shrub to the right.
Okay, right. Do the first one. Roll damage. Alright. Wait, is that slashing, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And then does that kill it, or is it still
No,
up?
it's still up. Barely.
Well, then
Like, you
she
tore a lot of the branches away from it.
Yeah, okay. She'll just make an attack on the other one.
Alright. Roll your damage. One-handed, correct?
Yes.
Still up, barely.
Okay.
Okay, it's the shrub's turn. The first one's gonna attempt to attack you. I don't think 13 hits you. The one across is gonna try and hit you. 16 misses you.
Nope.
The shrub behind your friend across from the tree. 15 doesn't hit you. And the shrub attacking Lyra. But I think 20 hits you. Not natural, just 20.
Was it number 6?
Yeah.
It has disadvantage on
Alright.
attack against me.
18?
That still hits.
I mean, you
He'll
take...
use interception on this attack.
Sure, you intercept 3 damage.
Dale is determined to
What I'm
save
here
Lyra.
for.
Apparently.
From the trees.
Lord.
It's like scratched her. Your friend, you're up. No one's touched a tree yet.
Good. Yeah, gonna go for the little shrub first.
Advantage.
Wait, why? Oh, right, because of the glowy
It's
sparkles.
sparkly.
It's outlined in purple.
I'm just gonna do a regular
like
attack
purple.
on this guy first.
Rapier, that's piercing damage, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, roll your damage. So that's 1, 2, 3. So that's 8. Oh, it's still up. You notice your piercing doesn't quite kind of do the job very well. You're stabbing into it, but it's still pretty hurt. You stabbed pretty good, but yeah. Oh, you have one more attack.
He's doing kind of like a link spin, but instead of slashing, he's just wildly poking in the air. So the next attack is going on to the awakened tree here.
Then the rapier is technically piercing damage. The way it works. Roll your attack. Straight
Yeah, just
roll.
turn it on.
I think that hits it. Oh yeah, that hits it. Roll your damage.
So that's
23.
23, yeah.
Okay, you stab it pretty good.
That's his turn.
Renee.
The awakened shrub beside is still alive.
Uh-huh. Anything that's on there is still alive. Although barely.
Need to get Gale moving, so we'll do this. Pop in here. And we are going to go for a short sword strike.
Which one? The one in front of you?
Number 6.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
That's going to miss.
Yeah, I guess natural one. Actually, hold on. Funny enough, I'm gonna narrate this expertly. You go to like swing, and you're not like practice with your short sword, and you think you like totally miss it. But this thing's pretty stationary. It doesn't move very fast. You hit it, and you just kind of cleave it off, and you turn around and go, "Oh, okay." I'm gonna go for it because that's hilarious. It hit a natural 1 and you hit its AC, so it's dead.
Oh, take it! I will look in utter shock and just out of
Oh shit, wrong one.
staring at the thing I killed accidentally. I will take in my left hand and stab my dagger into the one beside me as my bonus action.
That one you have advantage. Technically. What number is that?
No sneak attack on it, so it's just 10 points of damage.
I mean,
Natural 1 to a natural 20.
I mean, it had a hit point left. It was like a few scraggly branches. It's dead.
And then I will look at Lyra and say, next time make a comment about its taproot. Gale, you're free to go kill the big one now.
Thank you.
Into my turn.
Lyra, you're up.
Alright, Lyra. It says there's just that big one left. I mean, there's that little shrub there.
And there's a little shrub there too, I think. Wait.
Okay, well,
Yes, there's.
Yeah, the one next to...
Because the piercing damage didn't completely take out that one shrub. There's 2 shrubs and a tree left.
she's just gonna cast Shatter on it, like centered around the tree so it doesn't hit any of her friends.
Alright. What is that, Constitution?
I think so. Let me double check. Constitution saving throw.
$21?
When you click it, it should say.
So yeah, that saves, but it still takes half damage.
What kind of damage is it?
It is thunder damage.
Alright. Sizable chunk, it kind of like cracks the bark. as it shatters. Wait. Oh, I rolled. Wait. I'll take the top one because I don't know why the other one rolled.
Oh.
We'll take the top one because it rolled the damage, so. I don't know.
I don't know what happened.
It's only an extra point of damage, whatever. It is the tree's turn. And it is going to move here. And it's only got one attack, doesn't it? It's going to attack. Having issues hitting your friend, so it's gonna try and hit the fairy. God, come on. Test it. Okay, I'm gonna say it was cocked. I can't tell. It's sat funny. 21 to hit. I think 21 hits you. Oh yeah, it does. So you take a whole 2 points of.
I was checking to see if I could shield it, and it would just shielding would have put me at 21. So
You take a whole 2 points of bludgeoning damage. It batters into you.
Uncanny dodge.
Sure, you take 1. Gale, you're up.
At 1 point might become important later.
Okay, so are these 2 shrubs still up?
Yep. Barely.
Oh, okay.
They're like a few sparse twigs and leaves and barely standing, but they're there.
Okay. She's gonna make an attack on the one in front of Lyra.
There isn't one in front of Lyra anymore. It's beside you.
Oh, the one is behind me?
Yeah. This one?
Sorry, on my screen there's 3 of them.
Hit refresh.
Yeah, hit refresh.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Doing that real quick. I was confused because I was like, I know one of these guys died, so
I killed them
I was
both.
trying to figure out. Yeah.
The vicious dagger.
And one accidentally.
And one by pure accident because it's Renee.
Gale doesn't really see the shrub as that big of an issue, so she's gonna move towards the big one and take an opportunity attack. If it takes it.
Sure, yeah, it'll take it. Why not? Yeah, it's not gonna hit. It like grazes off your armor. It might have scratched it, maybe.
Yeah.
Go attack the tree.
And she's gonna take 2 attacks against the big tree.
Sure.
So first one,
Yeah, that hits.
so she'll do 11 slashing. And she's actually gonna dump a 2nd level Divine Smite into this one.
Sure, roll it.
Okay,
That's
let me
how
figure out which one to actually roll.
That's how extra everyone is being in this.
Okay.
I
so
mean, it's dead. It
that
just
is definitely not the right Divine Smite. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm trying
sorry.
to figure out which one. Sorry.
I don't know how much it
it's
had
like
now.
5 separate
Hold on.
ones. Let me see. Okay, so it would be 2d8 plus d8, so it would be 3.
I can't remember how much it
doesn't give
did.
me an option 4.
So just roll. You should be able to the little d20 in the bottom left of your screen. Click that and find the d8 and click it 3 times and then hit roll.
Yep, that's what I'll do. Okay, that's the actual damage.
I don't know what its hit points were, so I'll just say it was 20, and it's looking hurt.
Okay, and then she will make her 2nd longsword attack.
Yeah, that hits. It's a tree.
Here we go.
It falls over dead.
Sweet.
It just kind of like
And- yep.
splinters. Okay, I guess it's the shrub's turn. Oh, fuck it. This is gonna go after Lyra. Why not?
What a badass.
Brave little shrub.
Doesn't hit her.
Me, bro.
The other one's just gonna go after your friend, because,
I
Oh, you got a natural 20 on that one.
Yay!
Hold on, so I owe you a save, by the way.
Oh. Sure.
I got hit,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm concentrating.
So-
I owed you a concentration save.
Instead of 1 point of damage, takes 2, minus 1, so you take 1 point of slashing damage. Yeah, your friend takes 1 point of slashing damage. You're up!
There's a
Don't you wish
tweet.
you had an uncanny dodge?
Oop. You're up, your friend.
Okay. He analyzes this bush. Is there any, like, lines of fate coming off of this bush?
Not overly. Maybe a little bit, in the fact that it seems to be living, but not overly.
It is still highlighted in purple.
He's going to drop down on his knees and give the bush a hug and say, "We're intertwined." He's gonna try to persuade it to calm down and be friends with him.
Roll a persuasion check?
Possibly and badly.
He's very good with
You think that you're very persuasive. Is that your turn?
Yes, he just hugs it very gently.
It kind of prickles you a little bit. There's a few sharp twigs, broken twigs sticking out.
Oh man.
Renee, you're up.
Okay, you two get this one. I just gotta save him. And I will shoot the one that he's hugging.
Oh no!
Yeah, I mean, you shoot. Oh wait, it's piercing damage, right? Oh wait, never mind. 11 divided by 2 is still 4, and it has 2 hit points, so it is dead. So you like shoot the crossbow into it, and it like explodes in your arms, your friend.
No!
Anything else, Renee? You technically have a bonus action attack with your dagger, I think. Wait, no.
I used the
No,
range
you're
attack,
right.
so I will bonus action hide behind Gale.
Sure.
Mostly,
Lyra,
I'm
you're
not hiding
up.
from the bush. I'm hiding from big guy.
So there's just this guy right here. Lyra's gonna stab him.
Sure.
Or at least try to.
I mean, it's got an AC of 9, so yeah. And you like stab it, and it just kind of like falls apart. And the bush and the trees are defeated.
Our most harrowing encounter.
That was awesome. Gareth is still on his knees, and he's like trying to pile up the leaves and twigs together.
All right.
We can do better. We can do better.
But yeah,
Find my arrow. Can you get it back to me?
I can't tell. It looks like a twig.
Yes! Exact answer I was looking for, thank you.
but the door is actually open. Your friend did manage to open it before
Oh wow!
something
Yeah.
triggered.
We are so broken. Best ways.
Checking over our lines of fate. Has anything altered since this fight?
No.
He lets out like a deep sigh. Maybe that wasn't the bush we were meant to save. Oh, everything will be fine. Don't worry, everyone. We'll be okay.
Are
I don't
there
have
other
to hide
bushes
behind
we
Gale
need to
anymore.
save?
No, everything will be fine. We'll find the correct bush. I'm sure of it.
I wasn't aware that there was a bush needing saving.
I wasn't either until I saw that bush. Then I knew in my heart, but I was wrong.
Well, it's a shame it had to end this way.
It is a
I
shame.
want to make a smart aleck comment, but even I feel bad at this point in time.
Lyra takes out her violin and plays a very soft, like, funeral.
Is it though? They were trying to give us like a
Actually,
rash. Like
Maybe
they
they
were
were just
successful
hugs
at
and we
it.
misunderstood.
And
I
they
mean-
misunderstood my hug.
Maybe they were just trying to give us allergies.
Oh, I wish I had an allergy. They're so beautiful. Like sinuetas.
Well, now that we got the door open, why don't we go inside?
Oh, yes, 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 of course.
all right. So you guys going inside?
Yes.
I'm gonna say Gale still got light on because it's not concentration. It lasts like an hour.
Yep.
So as you enter this short, low hall, it's about 5 feet tall. So everywhere else, you kind of gotta stoop a bit, and anyone else that's a little taller, about 5 feet wide, and it's only about 10 feet long. And it goes towards an open archway, leading, and the light obviously stretches beyond, and you can see what looks like from here, from the entranceway as you enter. There's a bit of a curve to the back wall. And are you going in?
Everybody, hold up. Hold up. Oh, no, hold it. Big guy, give me a second.
With the cultists, they await us.
No, trust me. I need to do this first, and I will take a chance to investigate the area for traps.
All right, roll an investigation check. You don't find any traps. It looks pretty
Perfectly
safe.
I'm going to go back in the hallway, though. Perfectly safe. You should go right in, my buddy.
I will, my buddy, I will. He runs in.
You run in, and I'll say the lights push. It's only a 10-foot hall, and then the light's like 6, or it's like 20 feet and 20 feet. So we'll say you run in, and even without dark vision, you see a 20-foot diameter room with a kind of domed flagstone roof that, you think about it, it's probably about the size of the mound, and a recessed floor with flagstones. The dominant feature is a stone sarcophagus right in the center with what looks like a cracked lid.
Has our oh my god, his name. Elias?
Elias.
Yeah, he's coming in.
Okay.
It's having a little
That
issues getting. I don't think so. It looks a little small. What is this place? Don't think I've heard of this place.
Seems to be some sort of tomb.
It's curious. It looks too small to be what we're looking for, but I don't think I've heard of a tomb out here.
We'll fly over and start investigating the actual sarcophagus thing. While you all talk.
Okay. As you approach, the surface of it possesses the weathered remains of kind of like tribal designs, showing a heroic figure upon a war chariot. The upper body and face have been obscured. Investigation check. You find some sort of scraping damage created where the lid was unsuccessfully opened at an earlier date. Like, it looks like someone tried to open and it couldn't, like, use a crowbar or something, and they scraped against it, but they couldn't get it open.
But no traps.
No traps.
Okay.
Investigate it closely, you don't find any traps.
Look safe. Y'all figure out what you want to do with it. I'm not going to be strong enough to move it. Somebody tried with the crowbar and failed. That means I am nowhere near strong enough.
Oh, I think I might be up to the task. He will.
Facepalm.
Go over
The
there
fairy face palms.
and move the lid.
Okay, roll a strength check.
I will get on there with him and push as well.
And do I need to use inspiration?
No, you go to push it, and you kind of push it off the sarcophagus and it kind of lands in the ground and cracks in half fully.
He goes to kiss his bicep, but he's like kissing imaginary biceps. His arms are too thin.
Yeah.
It
And
was nothing.
within the coffin, anyone who wants to peer inside, there is the mummified remains of a tall figure that lays within. Their face is covered with a dusty wooden and metal band board shield, but it looks like it's in pretty good condition. Its former armor is pretty much all corroded away. It looks like it might have been leather, maybe bits of splint or something, with age and time. But there are several pieces of silver finery upon them. I think if anyone wants to roll an investigation check to search it.
Good job.
On the body you find, I hope someone's ready, 2 thick bracelets engraved with woven patterns in silver. And those are each worth 25 gold pieces each, just for sake of brevity and ease. No one dead. A silver torque, so it's like a heavy one-piece horseshoe-shaped necklace around its neck, worth 100 gold pieces. A silver buckle with in the shape of a dragon head on it, on a rotted belt, but the buckle appears to be worth about 25 gold pieces. And of course the shield, which looks in pretty good condition. Unlike the armor, which is completely corroded and eroded away, it's almost immaculate.
The
And
shield realize that I am 2 feet tall and it's bigger than I am, and I look back and go, Gail, this is probably for you.
and across the floor are the rotted remains of what looks like 2 wagon wheels and an axle and a cart. Looks like it might have been a chariot. Wax sealed clay pots. And 2 massive clay pots, about halfling sized, are kind of surrounding the sarcophagus.
Can Gil drop a divine sense real quick?
Yeah, you don't sense any undead.
Okay, we're good to loot everything to our heart's content.
Lyra's just trying to figure out who this person was.
And that's the other thing I was doing during the investigation, looking for any writing or anything like that that I might.
You don't really find anything. It's kind of in like, well, dude, I don't think any of you speak Cavian, do you?
Nope.
Nope.
I didn't think so. No, none of you can read it.
Elias?
It kind of
Oh,
approaches.
forgot about him.
Can you read that?
I think, looks like he's kind of looking on the walls and on the broken sarcophagus and just tilting his head to the side. I can read it, yes, but this is an old dialect of Cavian. It's some ruler I've not heard of. The name's obscured. I can't tell. It's some ancient ruler from what I could tell. Some ancient king, perhaps.
Insert mighty have fallen joke here, because I can't think of one right now.
What was that say?
Insert how the mighty have fallen joke here, because I can't think of a good one right now.
Fair.
You know Renee. He wants to make a good joke. He just doesn't have one right now.
Roll for making joke.
Yeah, he's just. Elias is looking over and going, a lot of this looks like it's been obscured and, like, scratched out. It's difficult to tell, difficult to read.
Would Lyra know of any like past Cavian rulers that might not have had a lot of fans?
Roll a history check?
Not doing great today.
15? You would know of King Remuniel Smith, who was removed twice. You're not sure if I can't even say that. This was Mina's doing. I am making up that pronunciation right now. You're not sure. Yep. You know of him that he was removed twice from the throne, but so maybe.
Once wasn't good enough.
Nope.
Gotta make sure.
You're not sure who this could be.
All right.
Yeah, while Gale is grabbing that shield, I will go look at the 2 big boxes, or the 2 big clay pots, because those aren't wax sealed, right?
No.
Just the little one?
Yeah, they're just like a clay pot. Actually,
Take a look and see if there's anything in them.
Hold on. I'm just writing something down.
Sorry.
So do you open them, I take it then, or?
Oh, they are closed?
Yeah, they're closed, but they're not sealed, but it's just like a lid.
I will do the safety thing and investigate them for traps.
No traps. It's just
and make sure they're not a mimic.
There might be kind of like I guess there's maybe a thin wax seal, but there's not much to it. Like a dagger can peel it up, just enough to like.
I'll pop them open.
You pop them open and you look in, and there's what looks like the many bones and other remains, and a stench kind of reaches your nose because it was kind of sealed of some sort of creature. You can roll a nature check.
And I will close it right back up.
You can roll it.
Don't care.
Yeah, just for the brief chat.
For the giggles.
You think it might be the remains of a couple of horses.
You don't want to go inside this one or that one. Trust me. That means you, Varoth.
Okay. And he's busy doodling on the wall with his pretty colors. He's drawing the symbol of the cult on the wall.
Alright.
Bright purple.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Anyone else checking out the other 2 wax sealed pots? Blech. Words. Or don't care about them. Yeah.
The 2 pots.
Yeah, there's not much in here. It's mostly like remains of what looks like a chariot and a few clay pots that are wax sealed.
There were 2 large clay pots and 1 small, right?
2 kind of smaller ones, and then the 2 massive ones that are about halfling sized. So like twice your height, at least.
So I looked at the 2 big ones, and they're both dead horses. I'm taking it.
Uh-huh. That's
So
what you're
the 2 small
gathering.
ones are probably dead cats, but I'm not going to look at them. Splinter.
Okay, so you're taking the shield, the bracelets, the torque, and the buckle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about all that's in here, unless there's anything else you guys want to do in here.
I did throw the shield Gale's way, because she's the only one that
Yeah.
uses it.
Well, I think your friend has a shield too, but yeah, she's the primary one. Alright.
Okay.
So if that's nothing else you guys want to do in here, you guys exit. Presumably, maybe try and push the door closed again.
Did nobody go for the small ones?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Renee, I'll go ahead and sneak over to him.
Hey,
Yeah,
you-
it's against his better judgment.
what's your passive investigation?
14.
Yeah, you could tell just by glancing at them they're not trapped. They're just wax sealed. So you can open them if you want.
Give a little shake to see if it sounds like liquid inside or if it sounds more like bones popping around. Or maybe both.
One sounds kind of like it's sloshing a little bit,
Cool.
and then one is kind of like it's almost like sand or something. It's like some sort of fine substance kind of shaking around in there.
Nope.
And then another one, there's a kind of a clanking sound of something else in there.
I pop them open.
One of them you find spoiled grain. It's kind of pretty moldy. And then the other one you like open and you're like, whew! It's very vinegary, and you look and you kind of glance at it, you're like, it was wine once.
That was probably wine. That was probably really good wine one day. Oh, lid back on.
And the other one you find what looks like just miscellaneous tools. They're not in good repair. They're not really good quality. It's like maybe bits and pieces of like not even a full set of like say blacksmithing tools or what else? What else would be?
Not thief tools. I just close the lid, walk away.
No, it's like it's
fly
not.
away.
It's not even full sets. It's like a hammer and maybe a couple of things from a tinker's tool set, and it's miscellaneous stuff, and they're all in really bad repair.
Yeah, not a Quentin thing. He's out of there.
All right, so
I'm
you.
into the silver. I'm not into the garbage.
All right, so you guys exit the tomb and continue on your way. You.
We'll get Gail to help me push the door all the way shut.
I'd say a combination of everyone probably. You managed to push it at least back to the little bit of a crack that was open. It looks like it kind of sticks on the ground a little bit from like just age and stuff building up on the inside. It doesn't quite want to push all the way shut, but it's mostly shut. And you continue on your way.
As they walk
We'll
like
look
out, Lyra and head out off, Lyra will tell a story about grave robbers and how they all died.
I want to hear this story.
Oh God. So she will tell a story about how these people heard that there was this really fancy like person in the grave who had like a lot of riches buried with her, and so they decided to go and rob the grave, but she came alive while they were there and killed them, and then they remained in the grave.
Wow, I heard that same story from my cousin Natalie.
I'm frightened. Are we still in the tomb?
Now check our lines. If our lines are good, we're good.
Look okay.
I think I'm counting them all. Is one missing? No, we're good. We're good. No, we have one extra.
Beautiful.
It's fine.
See, that
Start
seems like
looking
the
around.
exact sort of story that rich royal people would come up with to keep peasants out of their tombs.
Great.
That just sounds like PR to me.
Not even good PR. I mean, if it was good PR, they would talk. It'd be more descriptive with, the remains were left at their mom's house or you know what I'm saying. Make it a good story, not just a
Wow, guys, sorry I couldn't come up with all the descriptions on the spot.
Renee is a bit of an evil guy. Sorry.
All right, so you guys continue out.
Although, as we're walking, I will look over to Elias. Hey, Elias,
Yes.
can you tell if stuff is magical, and can you tell what type of magic it is?
Yes, I can. It would It would take me about 10 minutes. I can do so when we settle down to rest for the evening, I suppose. Don't have prepared
I think
today.
We should have I think we should have your shield checked, Gail, because I think just the way it's in such great shape compared to the rest of it.
Seems fair to me.
Alright, so you guys eventually managed to start to grow even darker, like to the point where it's like you remember your one encounter with the one creature and it was pretty dark. You're like, maybe we should settle down. And so you manage to settle down, start a fire, and set up, and Elias sets up his ritual and casts Detect Magic, and all your stuff kind of glows up. And he just kind of looks at the shield and says, fairly simple enchantment. It's just offers you a little extra protection. It's basically a +1 shield.
Hell yeah.
So you can add a +1 shield to your inventory.
Lyra, as a way to make up for being mean earlier, would you accompany me with some evening music? I'll play my flute. You can play something beautiful and sing your beautiful songs.
She scowls for a minute but agrees because she likes to play.
I also give her the big puppy dog eyes. The puppy fairy eyes.
Puppy fairy eyes. Alright. Is there anything anyone wants to discuss for the evening or do throughout the night on
I will
watches?
say that Lyra's the images that she conjures up while she plays are the story of the tomb robbers. The grave robbers.
Hell yeah.
That is much more effective, Lyra. Very good.
See, this is how you should do it. Just always.
And it's
You need
yeah.
you need to get with your Ministry of Truth when you get back and make sure you can make that happen, or whatever they call it there.
Yeah.
Queen Mab calls it the Ministry of Truth. And she decides the truth. It's really good.
Nothing else anyone wants to discuss or do?
Just while Lyra plays, Gale is gonna resume just flipping her holy symbol, but a little bit slower this time.
Alright. You guys easily get a long rest. And when you wake up, Elias is studying the map and going, I think I know where we are. I think we should get there today, if I'm not mistaken. It's been about that amount of time. And so you continue traveling. Is there anything anyone wants to discuss on this day of journey? Oh, whoops. I just left the game. Oopsies. Continue. Anything anyone wants to discuss for the day?
I think I'm pretty good.
Okay, come on. Just gotta advance this a few days. I will say, Lyra, as you guys are traveling, you're just thinking and you're like counting the days, and I would say you would remember and realize today is the Festival of Stories in Shelly Errant.
Aw, one of our favorites.
Do that way you will. Just that I run your calendar stuff as I was moving it. So you start to we'll say about about 6.5 days, so about midday. Wow, everything happens at midday. Whatever. You guys you come upon a what looks like this time, unlike the last mound, it's more could it be? It's supposed to be hidden. I will say everyone make a perception check, actually, because this would be hidden. Or more hidden.
I'll
Nice.
apparently roll okay today.
I'll say Gale. It takes you guys a little while. You're searching, and I guess Elias could roll too. Hold on. Not that his perception is very good. No, his perception sucks. Got a +2. I'll say Gale, you're the first one to spot it. It takes you guys a little while as you're like kind of circling a little bit, trying to find this place because it's obviously very well hidden. You eventually stumble across what looks like a kind of similar to the way the one in Stoneel was kind of built into what would be the dunes. This is kind of built into what looks like a larger hill. And it's got like a very ornate in the sense of it looks like it's designed to be sealed. And it looks like it is still sealed.
Poggers.
Like, I would say that from a distance you would see like the hill and like it looks like Gale, you would spot the framework of what would be the where the door is, but it looks like it goes into like a antechamber type of thing.
I don't suppose this is what we're looking for.
So you point that out, and Elias kind of like looks and grins and goes, "Yes, I think this is it. I think this is finally it. Let's get a little closer, shall we? And check things out. That's what we're here for." He starts wheeling forwards. You guys follow?
Yep.
So you guys approach, and it is indeed like it looks like it's kind of built definitely very into the hill. So in a sense, it's almost like it's built to the entrance is kind of built between two hills, where it's like it slowly just kind of descends into it, but it's into like a kind of antechamber. So it's fairly dark in there. It's hard to see for anyone without dark vision, which is basically everyone but Lyra.
Haha, get wrecked.
So Elias puts up some dancing lights and starts setting them around the room to investigate. And as you guys walk in, that's when there's not much to this like antechamber. It's very much just before the actual sealed door. You see a very large, ornate mirror. So it's like it's easily, we'll say, 10 feet tall by like 15 feet wide. It's huge. Like you could stand in front of it. They're talking like a mirror in a dance studio where basically taking up the whole wall. It's pretty much almost the entire door. Just a little bit of ornate or stone on either side of it. Yep. It looks like it's pretty sealed.
Oh, that's a relief to see.
Indeed, this is good news.
Should I begin drawing symbols? That might open it, right? Yes?
I don't know that we want to open it. The whole point of this is keeping it sealed, is what Elias says.
But then how will we join the cult?
He just arches an eyebrow at you and continues circling with his dancing lights. And it's kind of investigating the side of it. Has anyone approached the mirror?
Yeah, Lyra will look into the mirror.
See, yeah, you look into the mirror and it's reflecting you actually really well. It's a really
It's a nice mirror.
nice. It's a nice mirror. It's maintained well. It reflects you normally. You see other people's reflections. Hold on. But then you if you kind of glance you look away, and out of the corner of your eye, you see your reflection staring at you instead of the side of your own head, and it winks and grins.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
That's weird.
What a handsome person right there.
Anyone else that looks at the mirror and glances away notices the same thing, but with your own reflection. You don't see. No one else sees the Lyra's reflection and winking grin. They just see like the side of her head, like a normal mirror. But your own reflection, you see it.
So like, if Vareth walks up to it,
Mm-hmm.
he winks at himself unintentionally.
All right.
Oh, that was a question. Sorry. The reflection doesn't wink back at him, or wink at him when he just looks at it.
Looking straight at it? No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. We look fabulous, don't we?
We do. Is your reflection looking a little weird?
Just Lyra, I thought we were friends. You
Okay.
would tell me if I was looking weird, wouldn't you?
I mean, you look normal to me, but does mine look normal?
Looks-
Lyra, you look the same as ever. The idol of beauty and queenliness.
She kind of frowns and keeps like looking at the mirror, then looking away, then like looking at the mirror, then looking away.
Your reflection looks fine to me, but mine is grinning. I don't think I'm smiling currently.
You look pretty happy.
Gail's just gonna scowl at your friend.
Oh, there it goes.
It's just every time you just kind of look away, you see it. Just grinning at you and winking occasionally.
I'm guessing this is definitely a magical mirror of some kind, because I don't think normal reflections do that.
And Eliza's just like, no, I don't think so. And he's kind of like just investigating the edge of the stonework. Just be careful. Is
Lyra
anyone?
starts making faces in the mirror.
You make faces. You look kind of silly, but you make faces at yourself.
Yep.
What does it smell like in here?
Kind of dusty, maybe a little musty. I mean, it's like open air in the sense because there's no door leading, closing up this little section. It just kind of slowly descends and kind of into the hill.
Okay. Is there anything else that kind of like looks interesting or stands out looking around?
No, it's mostly just the mirror. Basically just the mirror. Everything else is just, there isn't even any carvings anywhere. It's just this mirror.
Well, only thing left to do is smash it. He'll grab a rock and proceed to go towards the mirror. Raises his arm.
We'll stop him.
Okay.
Are you?
Remember, 80 years bad luck.
I thought it was 3.
No, it's 80.
80? Oh, I don't know if I... Well, would I even live that long? That guarantees I'd live 80 years. He winds the rock back.
No. That just means all the luck gets condensed into the few years you do live.
Who decides these rules, Quentin?
God, Renee.
Oh, Renee. praise him. I see. Then well, what's Renee's stance on mirrors?
They are better intact because God Renee loves to look at himself in them.
And he'll sit down, and he'll cross his legs, and he'll start to think about that.
I don't know how this is going to go against me, but I just have this bad feeling. Oh, Renee will now start looking at himself in the mirror.
You
I
look.
am one handsome fairy.
You look pretty good. You see yourself kind of winking and grinning at yourself when you look away.
Sad part is I don't even realize I'm not really doing that.
You think you're doing it yourself?
Something I would do.
Aerith stands up, realizing, aha, if there's more shards of a mirror, then more reflections, and he throws the rock.
You throw the rock.
Can't dodge to try to get in the rock's way?
Roll a strength check to start
I'm
with.
trying to take one for the team?
Actually, no, don't even. You throw the rock, it smacks into it, and falls to the ground. Not a scratch.
I need a bigger rock. He will start searching for a bigger rock.
Roll an investigation check. You're not finding very many big ones. They're mostly like hand size, or there's no way you can lift them. No way Gale could lift them.
Oh dear.
He begins trying to lift the impossible weight rocks.
Alright, so Gareth is attempting to lift rocks that no creature could lift this rock, but he's trying to. What are the rest of you doing?
Lyra's just experimenting, like touching the mirror and like looking around it, and then
So, the moment you touch the mirror, suddenly there's a flash, and Lyra's gone. And give me a second, because
It's not supposed to happen.
Lyra,
See what happens when you anger the god.
I need you to place your token in the open area I just made.
Okay.
I'll get back to you guys in one moment.
What was that, Quentin?
Oh, you can. I guess we'll hit long rest on your character too.
Oh, yep.
There we go. Hit refresh. Alrighty. As you like land, like there's a flash of light. You see standing across from you, yourself, and I need you to roll initiative. And we are now sharing your character sheet.
Oh.
Alright, and it rolled a 16. Alright, so it's going first. It is going to... What is it going to do? So how this is going to work is we're sharing character sheet, health, spell slots, abilities, everything.
Okay.
So we'll just have to continually keep refreshing your sheet.
Okay.
So it is going to...
So does that mean like the damage they do to each other is happening to each other, to themselves too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's going to throw at its hand, and it's going to do a 3rd level of shatter. So I need your Constitution saving throw. So you take...
I'm rolling so bad.
16 points of thunder damage. I'll let you mark that off if you want.
Alright, it has been marked off.
Okay, refresh. Your spell slot was marked off. And then it's just going to... Oh, I gotta get to my thing. It's gonna just stand there. Smirking.
Lyra's going to, like, one thing, like, shake her head because, that hurt. and then like look at herself. Not sure what to do because this is weird. So it doesn't look like the other Lyra like got hurt when the shatter thing happened.
Oh, you can't tell.
Okay.
It just hurt. You just say, actually, as it's ending its turn, it just says, "He left us. He didn't want us," and it stares at you.
Wow. Lyra will like shake her head and go and look at it. It's like, well, now I can see why. Insert name of a past ex here. Carlos left us too. Your hair is dreadful.
Oh!
Vicious mockery, I assume. It fails, so roll your damage.
She knows herself so well.
30 points of
It's almost
damage.
the head advantage.
And disadvantage on attacks against me.
Okay, and hit refresh. It just smirks and kind of steps closer. Why else would he leave? And then it is going to, or she is going to. Cast. Just kind of starts whispering towards you. We aren't worthy of our position. They don't really care for us. It's a good thing we ran away. Maybe he's right. Maybe he's telling the truth. Why else would he leave? Why didn't they tell us? And she casts Dissonant Whispers at first level. So, wisdom saving throw. So at the 12.
I cannot roll today.
So you take 13 points of psychic damage, and you can't move further away, so you just stay put.
God, I'm really low.
Hold on. Oh wait, hold on. I'll hit refresh first. Yeah, and it just kind of stands there, face to face,
And
smirking.
she looks very angry and very upset, and is just going to. First, she's gonna say, "You don't know anything. He left for his own stupid, selfish reasons," and then she's screaming at it and basically gonna cast Shatter 3rd level.
Okay, so Constitution saving throw. That's a fail. So as the shatter goes off and it vanishes, hold on, I gotta remember what happens. We will. You are. Sorry. As the shatter goes off, and both you and the duplicate feel it, we're gonna cut back to the other people. What have you guys been doing since Lyra just vanished?
Lifting a rock he did not notice.
Wait, where did she go?
Hmm?
Lyra's gone.
Happen? Did I see Lyra disappear?
You all would have seen her just suddenly disappear in a flash.
Verith, like, wipes some sweat off his brow and turns around.
I'm gonna so
Lyra's gone.
regret.
Where did Lyra go?
Emily, you can
I'm gonna
check your
regret this in the morning.
private handouts.
I walk over and I slap the mirror.
And Renee,
Mirror.
Okay. Renee vanishes. Gale vanishes. I need each of you to place your character. I need Renee to place your character in this spot. And Gale to place yours in this spot. And Rareth, what are you doing?
I'm going to actually let me make a roll here.
Each Renee and Gale, you can each roll initiative.
Verith watches everyone vanish when they touch the mirrors. When he looks in the mirror, does he see them in the mirror at all?
Nope.
He scratches his chin and sits down and thinks, did they just die? He's gonna pause this turn here.
Okay. So we'll come back to you in a moment. Okay, hold on. I just gotta roll. And Renee. Okay. We'll start with Renee. You're up first. What do you want to do? And just the same thing with sharing character sheets, so we'll be refreshing.
See this every day.
You
I
just
will say you are a handsome fellow. I have.
It's just
looking at one.
And I should say this is just a little 20 by 20 foot square room.
Yeah.
Just plain.
You're a damn handsome fellow. I just want you to know that you are the sexiest beast alive. Well, I mean, you are me. Of course, we're sexy.
She's waiting. We failed her.
Who? Not sure.
You know.
I'm confused.
How could
No,
we?
no.
How could we be of real use to her?
Which her? Lyra?
You know who. What were we thinking would happen? She's waiting for us. Do we really want to disappoint her further?
Are you talking about something? One of those things that I don't remember about my past? Because I really don't know what you're talking about, buddy. You are a sexy beast, but I do not have a clue what you're talking about.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know what's going on. I'm just seeing a sexy thing that looks like me.
That's fair. You see it as it finishes saying these things. It takes out. It looks like an identical short bow to yours, and it's going to make an attack roll.
Okay.
16 just barely hit you.
Nope.
Shield. All right. So you glance off the shield.
Hey now,
That's fair.
that
That's fair.
wasn't very nice.
All right.
I
That's
did nothing to you. You're gonna have to explain that to me. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, I snapped my fingers and
Hold on.
reduce.
Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
I'm just finishing its turn. We're gonna jump over to Gale now. So Gale, your duplicate is up first. Sorry, I gotta manage you both at once because you both touched essentially simultaneously. And yours is going to pull out its. You equipped the other +1 shield. Yes. Okay. It is going to rush up to you. And it is going to make 2 attacks with its longsword.
Should be an interesting fight at 19 armor class each.
22 to hit.
That'll do it.
So you take 10 points of slashing damage for the first hit. And it slashes again. 26 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
12 points of slashing damage. Refresh. And it just stands there and says, "We failed him. Failed to aid him. Why did we come back?" And just stands there, sword out, staring at you. Your turn.
I was just gonna shout, "What the hell are you, and what did you do with Lyra?"
Why did we deserve another chance? How could we possibly protect her?
Oh, where is Lyra?
Why us? Why are we really... What are we really? Are we even alive?
You're not making any sense, and this isn't important.
Wait, is that your turn, or...?
Can I attack or no?
Yeah, you can attack.
Okay, yeah, she's
Speaking-
going for 2 attacks.
Speaking is basically a free action. Unless that's all you wanted to turn upon. So yeah, you know that hits. Roll damage. So that's 6. So we'll take that off. Okay, go for your second attack. Yeah, you know that misses. So hit your refresh because I minus the damage already. We'll jump back over to Renee. Your turn. You need to reduce, I take it?
Yep, I cast reduce. DC 13.
Constitution saving
Con
throw.
save.
16 plus your 3. So it just kind of smirks.
3.
Yeah, con save.
Yep. Oh, that's
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at Gale's sheet. My
plus
bad.
1.
Sorry, plus
I was
1.
gonna say, I don't-
Even worse. Plus 1. It saves.
It still saves.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong character sheet.
Oh no, it's all good.
So,
I was you had me excited. I'm like, when did I get plus 3? This is cool.
nope. Wrong person. I gotta switch back and forth right now. It just says smirked and says, "She's waiting."
Again, I don't know who this she is. You're gonna have to tell me this one of these days because I am so confused.
Back home, of
Yeah,
course.
I don't know anybody back home. I can't remember much. How do you remember things I don't? That's so weird.
So that your spell was your action. Anything with your bonus action?
I'm going to do something with my bonus action. I'm just double checking something because I can't remember if I can do this or not.
Alright. You literally do not have anywhere to hide, that's for sure.
No, don't have it. Never mind. I was gonna take the dodge action as my bonus, but I can't do that. It's not disengage.
No, that's a monk.
Dash.
That's a monk.
Wrong class.
Yeah.
That'll be it for my turn.
Alright, it's going to... oh yeah, so you used your... I don't know, it's just because I better refresh your sheet. Because you only have that once a day, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I can only use it once.
It is going to... It's just gonna shoot at you with your own short bow. 21 to hit.
Uncanny dodge.
Alright. So that's 8 reduced to 4. And after that, we're gonna jump back over to Gale really quickly, and your duplicate is going to take... So just refresh the sheet. Don't forget to minus your hit points. Renee. Gale. It's gonna take a couple attacks. 19 plus 7, that'll hit. And I'll just roll the other one. 9 plus 7.
That won't.
16, that won't hit. So, it's gonna pump a second level Divine Smite in, I think. So that is, how many is it? That's 2d8, correct? I hate smites. Smites are so hard to figure out.
I think it's 3d8 technically, if it's second level.
Where is it? Divine Smite! Woohoo! There you are. 2d8. So it's 3d8. Okay, yeah. So we go 1, 2, 3d8 for that, and 1d8 for your longsword. So we'll go. Longsword does 9 points of slashing damage and 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And refresh sheets because I should have marked your thing off. Okay, your turn. Oh, I just
Let's
realized
see.
I'm terrible at switching music. Let's go this one.
The first thing Gale is gonna do is she's gonna use her bonus action to cast Sanctuary on herself.
All right. Okay. So mark your spell slot.
Okay. And the next thing she's gonna do is she's gonna try and cast Levitate on her duplicate.
Okay, that is con save. Natural 20 plus your 3. So you try to, and it won't lift.
Okay.
So that's your.
She'll just say, I won't repeat myself again. Where the hell is Lyra?
How can we possibly protect her? Back over to you, Renee.
I don't know what's going on here, buddy, but I think I've had about enough of you. You are sexy, but you're not that sexy. Obviously
You
no
know,
sneak damage.
yeah, obviously not. So you take 10 damage. We'll mark that off. Okay, I marked it. Anything else you want to do?
Nope.
Alright, so it's just going to say, she's gonna find us, you know.
Man, who
We
is
failed
this
her.
shit you refer of?
You should know. You follow her. And it's gonna take an attack with its sharp bow. $25 to hit. 10 points of damage. Hit your refresh. And jump back over to Gale really quickly. Duplicate. Gale is going to. I guess. Would it try?
Pass a wisdom save, or it.
Yeah,
has to
if it tries to
cancel
attack.
something else?
If it tries to attack you, yes. Yeah, it's gonna try and attack you. So roll a wisdom save. 19. So it's going to attack you. And actually, it's going to... bonus action, it's actually going to cast Wrathful Smite at first level. So first thing we can attack. $25 to hit. So that's D8 for the sword. And Wrathful Smite is a D6. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
10, 14 points of damage. So yeah, you save. 14 points of damage. I'll let you mark that off. And we'll jump. Actually, it's your turn. Never mind. Sorry. You can see it's kind of looking just equally as hurt.
Oh, it's looking equally hurt to me.
Oh. You
I haven't
shouldn't.
hit it yet.
Hold on. You shouldn't be at death saves yet.
Oh.
So you're minus
You told me to
14.
mark it down, so I did. I have 5 remaining.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just refresh. I just hit refresh again. It was death save, so yeah. Okay, there we go. Hold on. I'll get it. Minus 14. There we go. Okay, now you can hit refresh. So yeah, it's your turn. It's looking about the same. And it's just
Gale always wanted to seize the opportunity. It's just gonna go and make 2 attacks on this bitch.
Alright. Roll your attacks.
He doesn't really understand why it's looking hurt.
You know that doesn't hit, so roll your second attack. No, that doesn't hit. We'll jump back over to Renee.
You know what, buddy? Again, you're sexy, but I've had about enough of you. Why don't you go to sleep?
Roll your 5d8. Yeah, I mean, as you cast the sleep spell, you see it start to drowse down and start falling asleep, and then you yourself start feeling drowsy. And we'll cut back over to Gale as something's gonna happen with you too. Gale, it is duplicate Gale's turn. It is going to.
It has to pass a wisdom save to attack me again.
Yep. It is going to. It's going to use its action to use its your unsettling potions against you. So it just happens you have disadvantage on the next saving throw you make for the next minute. But that's end its turn. Your turn.
Is there no save on unsettling presence?
Nope.
Undead can't be affected by unsettling
You are not undead. You register as undead, you are not undead. But your turn. It's just a saving throw, so. Actually, technically, you attacked it, so your sanctuary would have broken. Either way, whatever, it still was gonna do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I don't know if sanctuary breaks until.
It breaks if you attack. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters if you hit. I'm gonna double check. I'm pretty sure it's if you attack.
Oh yeah.
It makes attack cast the spell. Yeah. But either way, it still did what it did.
Okay. I guess she'll just make 2 attacks.
Alright, roll your attacks. So that hits. Roll your damage before you do another attack. Okay, so as you slice into it and as it starts to dissipate, you feel yourself fall too. And I'm just gonna tell the 2 of you right now, you can just reset yourself. Your character sheets back to what they were.
Okay.
And before we find out what happened with Lyra as well, Veroth, anything else you're doing, or are you just still sitting there?
He tries to communicate with someone through his tattoo.
No responses.
No responses. Okay. Can he see, like, the lines of fate at all, other than his own?
Just yours and Elias's. And Elias is like, what the fuck is happening? But he...
Elias, I believe that they may be dead, so it may just be you and me from now on.
Okay, and I'd say in that amount of time, I'm gonna go back to the Atemnity. Because I'm assuming you're not touching me, you're not doing anything else?
No.
Okay.
He's decided that he's not brave enough to touch something that looks like it probably instant kills you.
Okay, so not long after Lyra disappeared, all of a sudden, and then the other two disappeared as well, Lyra suddenly reappears, looking the same. And Lyra, sorry. Where did I write this all down? Only now, Lyra, when you look at the mirror's not there. It's just a pathway. And then shortly thereafter, would be Gale or Renee first? Renee, you reappear, and same thing, you see a pathway. And same with Gale as you reappear. Baroth, you still see a mirror, and so does Elias, but the rest of you, there's no mirror there, it's just a pathway.
That's not something I see every day. Although it was a handsome devil. I'm assuming you two saw the same things I did, but yourselves?
Lyra?
You're muted.
Lyra?
Okay, sorry about that.
No problem, you were waiting a little bit.
She nods, but she looks very upset.
Myself kept telling myself something, but I don't understand what myself was telling me. Did yourselves make funny comments to y'all?
To some degree, I wasn't really listening.
That's awesome.
Myself was mean.
Not a very introspective person, Gale.
Absolutely not.
So it was really a true reflection of you.
No, it was
The
thinking
exact-
way more than I do.
The exact opposite of who we are. Because mine remembered stuff.
Yours
Hello.
remembered stuff?
He was telling me something about some girl, and I'm like, man, I don't remember this girl. I don't know who this girl is. I really want to know now, but I don't know.
Renee,
And it never understood that I didn't know. Yes,
as you're saying this, and you just start, you kind of going over what it was saying in its head. We failed her. She's waiting. Her back home. You just start thinking. You just start somehow. You're starting to just get this faint glimmer of a crack of a memory poking through. It's like there's a thread. There's like a thread there. It's like if you could just tug on it.
This going, beat it down, beat it down, beat it down. I don't want to remember. Of course, I'm gonna remember.
But right now, it's just like there's a her. It's familiar. You just can't quite place it, but there's that thread. It's almost like a thread you could tug. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll tug on that thread later.
Fair.
This is gonna be a bad day.
But yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Hey, your friend. By the way, do you see an extra thread above my head now?
No.
Wait, like, are we all in the same room? Or
Yeah,
this is different?
Yeah.
We're in the same room.
Oh,
They reappeared. They just
I
they
thought
can.
they were in new room, like
No.
a new room. Okay, my bad.
They reappeared. They can see through the mirror now. You still see the mirror.
Oh, hello. Oh, you're back. Oh, excellent. That was weird. Did you die?
Nah, I fell asleep.
No, I just-
Ethereally?
No, I fell asleep. I put myself to sleep. It was don't ask. Long story. You should hurry up and touch the mirror. Trust me, it'll be a good thing when you're done. Elias, you too.
Elias is
Yeah,
like,
just fight your inner demons and then you're kind of done.
Mean.
Elias, whatever the thing says to you, it's just go roll with it. My friend, it's not going to matter what it says to you. It'll be okay.
Elias he's just finished casting, and he's like, oh, I see. And then you see him concentrate, and kind of wiggles his fingers through the air, and casts a spell magic. At what level would he have to cast it at? He would know this. No, yeah. You cast it at 9th level. And you just see your friend, you see the mirror kind of dissolve, and now you see a passageway. He's like, ah.
Elias, that's no fun. You gotta do it the fun way. What are you thinking?
What did you all go through in there? What did you experience? I'm fascinated, but...
There was this devilish guy, looked a lot like me. You know how handsome he was.
So, a duplicate?
He evidently didn't like me, but I liked him just fine. I mean, he was kind of cute, but he shot me a couple of times, so I shot him back, and then I got tired, and I said, you know what, I'm done fighting you, and I put him to sleep. Unfortunately, I think I put myself to sleep, too.
Interesting.
First time I've ever done that. That was different. Anyway, and forward! And I will start flying down the new hallway that has appeared.
Alright. You guys follow?
Yeah, Elias?
Can't just look at Lyra.
Lyra does not want to go down this tunnel, but
She's looking at his friends, narrowing his eyes. Do they have the same lines of fate?
Mm-hmm. Nothing changed.
They don't have any, like, features about them that have changed or swapped? Do they look mirrorish?
No. They look the same.
Alright. He will,
Just as devilishly handsome as always.
he will follow his party.
Okay, so Quentin and Rivera go down. Gale and Lyra, are you following? Elias is kind of waiting. Okay. So you guys easily, I'll say, go down this kind of twisty-turny hallway. It's a little different than the one you guys made your way out of in Stoniel. Apparently there's no one dead, for one. Must have been because it's still sealed, perhaps. And it's a series of twisty-turny tunnels, and eventually it ends in a similar shaped room that you all remember from the one you woke up in, with a similar, I'm assuming you easily, let's say, with Elias's dancing lights, or if Renee decides to cast light, you can light it up and see, like, the same symbol on the floor that's on your wrists. Only here, there is, the symbol wouldn't be there, my bad. Instead of the symbol on the floor, there is, in the very center of the room is what looks like a box, kind of suspended in the air it's kind of glowing I'll say bluish every so slightly, with chains that are also glowing attached to it at 6 points, like 2 on the bottom, so it's kind of sitting kind of like diamond-like. 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, attached to the ceiling. And Elias just, as you start entering the room, he just kind of throws out a hand and says, well, I think from what everything Candace described, this looks like this chain is intact. We'll have to re-secure the mirror, I suppose, but assuming that
Elias?
the spell was permanent?
Elias,
Yes?
Might make a suggestion. A couple of wards here might not be a bad idea. That mirror wasn't too hard to get through.
That's fair. I'll have to note that down. It's not something in my repertoire, unfortunately. A little
In
more.
the meantime, I'll put like some traps up.
All right. What kind of traps you setting up?
Oh, just trip traps.
Okay, we'll say roll survival check. Why not?
Okay. Yeah, those are great. Look at how well hidden those are. Everybody can see them.
Yeah, they're 100% like out in the open. It's just like this wire across the entryway, but it's like you have to wait till
Just a yarn instead of a wire.
yeah, it's fully visible, but it's there.
That'll keep them out. Let's go. I'll start flying away. That's the way we
Can I roll to make sure Vareth doesn't walk across a tripwire?
If you want to, sure. Roll a perception check, cause
Oh,
yeah.
perception check.
Oh yeah, you see it. It's not well hidden at all. You would have had to roll it under his survival check too.
Yeah, that's fair.
You see it, you're like,
You.
well, I've done better.
Your perception means you'd see it with a natural 1.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you're passive. You saw it,
Yeah.
but is there anything? Elias is just noting things down and things that need to be done to secure this place and that sort of stuff. Anything else you guys want to do?
Yeah, just take a look around, make sure that nobody's been here. That was my goal. So I got nothing else.
Roll investigation check. Just make sure. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Like, it's pretty dusty even in here. Like, no one's really walked in here. The only footprints really are your own. The only thing that's strange and only strange to you because you've never seen it before is the way the chains in the little box kind of glow. But doesn't look like anyone's been here. Anyone else want to do anything?
Are there any like symbols or iconography?
Roll an Arcana check. There are, I'll say, easy enough for anyone to spot, especially with people wandering around with light.
Okay.
We'll say, you kind of sort of piece together a series of Arcana symbols. You kind of look closely, like, at the box without touching it, obviously, because we'll say Elias warns you against that. And kind of looking along the chain, you see a series of, like, arcane sigils around it that you kind of piece together that it's some sort of binding magic intended to bind something to this place. In some way, shape, or form. You're not sure exactly how it works, but it's some sort of binding magic. And, like, around the, on the walls is similar kind of protection, but protecting and keeping something in rather than, both keeping something in as well as keeping other things out, or specific things out, or people out, I guess, alignments, we'll say.
Pretty hefty spell.
But yeah, anything else anyone wants to do?
Or we'll kick around a rock.
Fair.
And hum a little bit.
Not really any rocks around. Pretty smooth flagstones, but yeah.
She found a little chip.
Yeah, found a little pebble. If there's nothing else you want, if there's nothing else anyone wants to do, you just want to leave?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hey, my goal's been met.
we'll say you easily enough make your way back out of there, and once you get to the exit, you all notice that the mirror doesn't go back up unless it's like, well, I was kind of hoping that was a temporary measure. So I'm going to have to stay here until we can get someone here to reinstall the mirror trap, whatever that was, and maybe fortify that even more. You can go back to Aquarian if you'd like and report in. I'm gonna do well, you can go back to Aquarian if you'd like to report in, but I will kind of indicates his totemic mark, and I can report in as well, or need to anyway. But really, you're free to do what you want, unless you want to sit around here with me.
Is that an option?
Nah,
If you
got it,
want.
buddy. Let's go, guys.
Oh wait, that's boring, isn't it? No, we won't be doing that.
Alright, as you guys kind of exit out of the, we'll call it antechamber, what direction you want to go? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Where are we on the map?
I did not move you. I did move you. Oopsies. Right in the middle of the Crest Plains.
Middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Can Elias portal?
Technically. You think so? You're not sure? You would have to ask him.
What is Portal?
Well, Lyra's not going to explain that because she wasn't saying anything about that out loud.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That was me asking Care.
That's fair. You're not sure.
Nice
With
girl.
the level of magic he sees at, you think it's a fair chance he probably can, yeah.
And she'll go, Elias, are you able to group portal?
Of course, yes. Is somewhere you want to go?
So that might be a better plan than us walking. And of course, you're now familiar with this area, very familiar. It'd be easy to get back here for you.
That's correct, yes. Where would you like to go? I can't send you to Aquarian. Unfortunately, portaling there is not recommended, as explained. But
I can imagine. Where, is there any place you guys want to go? Any unfinished business you have?
We've yet to join the cult. We need to get a griffin. Oh, and we were starting a band.
Why don't we head back to get us to a town or a place as close as we can to Aquarian, and then we can report back in and let them know what's going on.
Elias is like, oh, I can do that. I've got a direct means of communication with Candace.
We could always just have him bring us to one of the major cities, and then we'd have access to the portals anywhere around the world.
In that case, one's place is as good as another.
Indeed.
Where would you like to go? He says, questioningly. I've been to a fair amount of places. If I can't get you exactly somewhere, I can get you close, I'm sure.
I mean, any of the cities here in Cavia would probably be an excellent choice. Just allow it. We'll, be able to regroup and discuss our findings and figure out what we want to go from here. Do you want to go to Doncaster or Coalfield or?
I mean, any of the I've been to Doncaster. I've been to pretty much the major cities. I've only been to Turgaron once, but I've been there. I've been to only a handful of villages and towns. Pick your city, Miss Natalie. He smiles.
You've got the same name as my friend.
She just kind of crosses her arm and goes, you pick, Quentin.
Where do you want to go, Quentin?
Where do you want to go?
I'll say for the sake of it, you guys do have a map because it's easier. I'm sure Lyra probably brought a map with her.
And even then, I can always create a map.
Basically, yeah, easily enough with your ability.
I could have created a rock.
That's true. But you can do that once a day, I think.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Where was that big library at?
Oh, that's in Aberuthy.
Let's go there.
It's not the
Sounds
best
good to me.
place for me to go, but all right. Mask
Um,
time.
Me pick
Gail,
where, yeah.
could I have the mask, please, that you made?
well,
Gail will pull the mask out and hand it over.
Thank you.
I technically could portal you to Aberuthy. However, I'm sure you are aware it's not recommended outside of established permanent portals because of where it sits.
No, that's why we should probably go to any the cities here in Cavia, and then we can get to Aberuthy.
So,
Send us to Caulfield because you can drop us right off at their portal place, right? Then we can just walk into their portal there.
well, you will legit be surprised. You'll be very close to the portal house, in a manner of speaking. Okay, so he kind of concentrates and just kind of spins his hands, and then throws his hands out, and you see a scattering of, we'll say it's kind of a navy blue dust, kind of scatter and fall along the ground as a circular portal opens up, like World of Warcraft city portal style.
Nice.
You can kind of see the shimmery image of the city. And it says, well, you have 6 seconds. Step through.
Go, 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 go!
Ah!
So you all run
Right on
through.
through.
Alright. So you all step through the portal. And you are at the front gates of Caulfield. We'll say you're on the eastern gates.
What time of day is it?
Well, you got there at noon. We'll say a couple hours. We'll say it's probably like, we'll say it's like 3, 4 o'clock.
You know, it's probably best if we find a place to stop for the night.
Well, I mean, we're just going to portal there. Why don't we just go there and find a place when we get there?
I suppose so. Like I said, it's better if I minimize the amount of time I'm in Aberuthy.
Oh, okay. Well, then we can sleep here. I was just thinking, I mean, why wait when we, why do tomorrow what we can do today? But okay.
I mean, if you want to, go and portal there, and then we can try and portal back someplace.
Well,
Maybe
I
a
mean,
little bit more
we're
gold,
gonna
but-
be there longer than an hour, so we might as well. If you don't want to stay there overnight, we might as well stay overnight here and then go there in the morning.
That seems like a much better idea.
You have an unusual aversion to going to this place.
I wonder why.
It's likely because it's boring.
I like how the only one that doesn't understand why is Veros.
Yep.
So you guys are gonna try and find
It will
it.
be anything but boring, my friend.
Well, that
Yeah, we'll
doesn't
try to find
make
it
sense.
in.
Otherwise, she would want to go.
Okay, so I'll say you can easily enough find an inn or tavern. You can go to. I'd say Lyra. No, you haven't here. I'll say roll. You guys can roll an investigation check, or someone can roll with advantage. I'm looking for an inn.
Have
Stayed
somebody
here
roll
before?
with advantage.
Or did we just pass through?
If you're staying there.
Well, I know I was
We've
wondering if
never
we had
stayed
stayed here before.
I think you just passed through because you just went through the portal house and left.
I'll roll it. Yeah, that was great rolls.
We'll say it takes you a few hours, and Lyra, you don't remember walking around this place very much. You've mostly been to like Doncaster. But you do eventually find. I'm gonna roll one of my d3s. 'Cause I can.
E3.
You eventually find a small little inn called the Diviner Inn. In the... What district is it in? No, load picture, please. Load, please. Would be great. It is in the Midtown Plaza district, so in the southern district. Takes a little bit to find it, but it's a modest little inn. And you guys want to stay the night? Meals, I assume.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
So
plan.
Probably.
lodging will be. How many rooms are you getting? It'll be 8 silver pieces per room, and for a meal, 5 silver pieces for a meal per person. So mark off whatever you want to spend.
4 rooms, 3 rooms, 6 rooms.
I think
I
we'll just
assume we
get
don't need
2.
6.
Could I have 2 rooms to myself?
What would you
No.
use 2 rooms for?
For my my string of fate, of course.
Buddy, you and me are going to share a room because our strings are intertwined, right?
Oh, that's right. They would snap if they were to go too far away. That's a wise thing. You know much better than I.
And I'll go ahead and pay for room and my dinner. You just did pay for your dinner, buddy.
Lyra,
Oh, very well.
Lyra paid for room and 2 dinners.
All right.
Okay.
Is there anything you guys want to do for the? I guess rest of the afternoon, evening.
Yes, actually.
What would you like to do?
But my thing is gonna be once everyone's gone to sleep.
Okay, it's anything anyone else wants to do before
Yeah,
you go to
no.
bed.
No, I'm good.
Gail's gonna sit by the fire in the tavern and flip her holy symbol, but much slower this time.
All right. So eventually, we'll say eventually, Gail, you do go to bed. And what would you like to do once Gail finally falls asleep there, Lyra? I'm assuming you're pretending to sleep maybe when she comes up, or? Roll a deception check. And Gail can roll insight. Yeah, she looks like she's
Oh.
Lyra's exhausted, obviously. She's just passed out.
It's fair. It's been a long day.
Alright, so eventually Gail falls asleep. Lyra, what would you like to do?
Lyra is going to cast Enhance Ability on herself
Oh.
Okay.
and is going to cast Cat's Grace to give herself advantage on Dexterity.
Okay.
And
What are the components on that spell?
it's VSM.
Okay, I'm gonna say roll no, well, I'm gonna say roll a stealth check to cast the spell. And Gail can roll a perception check, but at disadvantage because you're asleep.
There. Control. Perception.
Yeah, you don't hear it.
God.
Okay, so you managed to get the spell off.
And Lyra's going to sneak out.
Okay, roll your stealth check advantage. We'll just use your passive this time, Gail.
Gail greatly disapproves. Oh, perception again?
I'm gonna say, hold on, I closed my campaign window accidentally. Give me a second. I think I'll just use your passive this time. Well,
That's not better.
no. No, you managed to sneak out, Lyra. Where are you going?
She's going to go to the portal house.
Okay.
Is it open right now, or is there anyone nearby? Like, is it open?
Yeah, it's basically open 24/7 because I mean, people could want to come and go anytime. They just have like a night shift.
like to get a portal to Terragaron.
Okay. Alright, so that is... Give me a second, I think I put the... Where's the public handouts? Nope, hold on. I gotta add it to the public handouts, because I can't remember how much they cost here. I think they're similar, but I think they might be different. D&D... handouts... Public handouts, it is 5 silver pieces for a portal. Alright. What do you do once you portal there? Because you can easily do that.
Alright. She is just going to cast a quick sending spell and just go, I want to talk. And she's sending it to her brother.
Alright. You wait a moment for a response, and as I bring up the right thing, he just says, you just get, meet me at the Crooked Artisan. Come alone. I miss you. And then that's it. So you make your way there. Lyra?
I'm just imagining Gale having dreams of like
Somewhere in the background, in the upper right corner of Lyra's screen of life, there's just Gale greatly disapproves. Gale greatly disapproves.
Gale greatly disapproves. You have lost all Gale approval.
Alright, so you make your way to the Crooked Artisan, I take it? Alright, so you can easily enough sneak you don't really have to sneak now, because you're... Yeah, but, I'll say... No, you're fine. For that one little spell. I'll say, other than the sending spell, because we'll say you probably cast it maybe before you left, because you would know in Southern Cavia, magic is not really... It's a little frowned upon. But, yeah. Outside of approved circles. But you managed to make your way to the Crooked Raven, and inside you find your brother's. Hair's a little longer. It's looking a little... looks like he's got some very light, modest, like, leather armor on, but it's really beat up. Like, someone just got him some spare armor, but he kind of sees you and kind of beams and stands up to greet you.
She walks over to him.
Mm-hmm.
And she will throw a punch.
Okay, we're making an unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike.
Uh-huh.
That one.
Sounds like family love to me.
You
Yeah.
punch him square across the chin. He's like, ah.
I think I deserved at least that.
Yeah, fair enough. Just kind of massaging his jaw. Want to have a seat?
Is this him?
So, I suppose you want to know what would you like to know? I owe you a lot.
For one thing, why you're here and not in prison.
Well, I had people who believe in that I should be on the throne, they came to get me. They helped me escape. It was
See.
a little bit of time in the making.
And nobody else is aware of this? How'd you get away with it?
I mean, not as far as I'm aware, just a small group of people.
So is that what this all is? You want to try again?
I
Try and tear the family apart again?
I never wanted to tear it apart. Why should Charlotte be the one?
Because she was born first. She's just as prepared for this. She's done a fine job. And also, you betrayed everyone. I heard what happened. They could have died. Why'd you have to do that?
I was coerced. Like, I thought it was the right thing. Councilman Duval.
You still want to do it?
Oh, I don't know anymore. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what I want.
It's not a good enough excuse.
I want my family back. That's what I want. The throne is you're right. Charlotte's doing a fine job. I don't need that.
So then why didn't you go and reach out to Mom and Dad or Charlotte or anyone else? You really want to make things right.
Because you're the only one that would understand. I knew you were the only one that would understand. They'd have me arrested on the spot, you know it.
Could still make that happen. So what's your plan here? You're going to live out your days here in Cavia, hiding?
I don't know yet.
And what about your friends that got you out? They expect something of you.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I needed a place to think, somewhere where it'd be harder to find me. This seemed like as good a place as any. What do you think? How can I make amends? What can I do without immediately getting arrested?
I don't. In my mind, that you being arrested was the right thing to do. You don't betray family like that. People got killed when you tried. And you lost a lot of trust with a lot of us. Do you know how hard it is to be told you can't go back home because there's a chance they might not be alive when you got back, and there's a chance you could die when you showed up?
You
sit there and wait for news? That this person you trusted more than anyone was the one behind it?
I know, he said he said that no, he said that I was more suited to ruling than Charlotte. Like, I believed him. I was young and foolish and stupid.
Clearly.
Well, he did the most of the legwork.
I still went along with it.
I know,
you should try and do is try and reach out to the rest and see if they can offer their forgiveness. I don't know if I can offer mine, but it's as good as any that I listened. And who knows? Maybe you can make amends. Or maybe you're still a liar.
He kind of winces at that. Maybe you're right.
And also figuring out how to deal with your friends here. That would probably be a good way to start.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think they look kindly on the rest of us.
Give me a day to think this through, to figure out how I'm gonna go about this. I can't go back to jail. Not again.
Is being out and away from your family any different?
I suppose not. I want to see them again. I'm afraid. Nat, I'm afraid.
So were we. She will get up. And she will just stand there for a moment. See if he has anything else to say after she said that.
He's just staring at the table. Looking kind of crest. Actually, you can make an insight check.
Alright. Finally rolled good.
He looks not conflicted. He looks troubled. He looks unsure of himself. He doesn't know what to do.
He was talking earlier about not really wanting to, do it all again, or, actually, what did she believe him? He seemed to be telling the truth.
I'll say roll another insight check for that.
Okay.
Yeah, he seemed pretty sincere.
And if he doesn't say anything else, she will smile and say, I still think about you every day. I think about who you were every day. And that's all.
And you leave?
Yeah. She leaves and goes back to the portal house.
Okay, as you walk out, I think we're gonna end it there.
Okay.
Damn. That was good.
Because I got a lot of thinking about to do. Just kind of got through that a little faster than I intended you to. I thought for sure Varros would be the first one to touch the frickin' mirror. I kind of figured she would, but I didn't think she'd be the first one. Who are we gonna raid? That's fair. That's fair. I think we're gonna go and raid. A trans tiefling. Nicole. She's awesome. Not that there's like anyone in here, but hey, whatever. Still raid.